Hi guys, this is Busker and welcome back to another video. In the last video we ranked the songs off of Led Zeppelin's fan favorite and most popular album, Led Zeppelin 4. That's what's more commonly known as. It's called the Untitled Album. Now we're going to be ranking the songs off of their fifth album, and one of the most underrated albums, along with Led Zeppelin 3, could be their underrated gem of their entire discography, Houses of the Holy. So let's talk about this. If you would ask me, say, a year or two ago, I would say my favorite Zeppelin album would be Physical Graffiti. I still love Physical Graffiti, by the way, and that'll come out probably tomorrow, hopefully. However, the more I thought about it, and the more I really had to think about what my favorite Zeppelin album was, I still love Physical Graffiti. Then I turned this album on, and then I was thinking, you know what, I haven't heard this album a lot because it's underrated. Let's listen to it again, see if my opinion has changed. And I heard it again, and I loved every second. And as of right now, as of October 29th, 2020, if you like earlier this year, I guess, Houses of the Holy has been my favorite Zeppelin album. Oh my god, I love this entire album to death. This album is so underrated, and I know there's a few Zeppelin fans out there who are not a big fan of this album. And that's okay by me, but the fact that some people say they're not a big fan of it, like, really? This album's amazing though. And again, that's your opinion, so that's fine, but I don't know, there's just something about this album that makes me so happy. And whenever I can listen to this album any day, I never get tired. Definitely in my top 10 favorite albums somewhere. So for now, for a while, probably forever, I don't know, I can't decide that, but this is my favorite Zeppelin album, at least right now. So just like Led Zeppelin 4, there are 8 songs on here, and this was actually really difficult to rank. I love every single song on here, but something had to be at the bottom. You probably know what the bottom is going to be, it's everyone's bottom, but let's get into this. So coming in at number 8 is The Crunch. This is the side A closer, and this really, and I know why some Zeppelin fans don't like this song. I actually don't mind it. For me, this is kind of a guilty pleasure, but I don't know what it is. I just kind of like it, and I've always had a soft spot for it. And they're trying to do like a funk thing. They're trying to do a James Brown style song, and in most cases, for some people, it didn't work. For me, it works. I actually think they did a pretty good job, and I always loved it. I always think it'll be a really good side A closer. Yeah, I can understand why some people would say this would be their, like, somewhere in their least favorite Zeppelin songs. I know there's some people who would say this is the worst. I can see why, but for me, I love it. I just love it a lot. Sue me. I don't know. It's just my opinion. But coming in at number 8, The Crunch. Coming in at number 7. This is probably where the flack is going to come here. I know there's going to be flack for a lot of this list, but I freaking love this song. This song is awesome. The wonderful side B opener, Dancing Days. I love this song so much. This is just an incredible song. And again, that opening riff, Jimmy Page, is just incredible. Just incredible. I love everything about it. And and Robert Plant's vocals are amazing. The bass is awesome. I feel like I hear this at some picnics before. Like whenever I'd go out for a picnic or something with family or something, I would hear this song often. And I was like, wow, these people are into Zeppelin. Nice, they have good taste. So number 7 going to be Dancing Days, even though I love it. I also want to mention on The Crunch. I love I was going to talk about, but I forgot, and it just dawned on me. But in The Crunch, I love how it ends with Robert Plant is still singing, in the style of James Brown, and I believe it's him saying, "Have you seen the bridge?" And he goes, "I ain't seen the bridge." And then he says, "Where's that confounded bridge?" And then it just ends side 1, which I just think is hilarious. So now that I got that out of the way, we don't have to worry about it anymore. So coming in at number 6 again, so much flack. This is a fan favorite for most people. I know there are actually some people who consider this the best song on here. I can see why. It is so beautiful, and I've never heard anything like it. And this is just one of the most gorgeous songs I've ever heard in my life. One of the best songs, and oftentimes it makes me feel kind of emotional in a way, but I've always loved it. Coming in at number six, the Rain song, which is just beautiful, beautiful 7 minute. I believe the backstory behind this is George Harrison from the Beatles. I guess he said, I don't know if this is true, so don't quote me on it, but I think I think he said he was complaining that Zeppelin didn't have any ballads or didn't have many ballads because "Thank You" was the perfect example of a ballad. But the rain and then the rain song they made that and it was like something like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. It could be though. But yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that George Harrison, he was complaining that Led Zeppelin didn't have many ballads, and then they made this, and I guess it blew his mind or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if he listened to Zeppelin. He probably did, but yeah, I think this is a gorgeous 7 minute ballad, one of my favorite ballads of all time. So coming in number six, the Rain song. Now the top five, this is where it got really, really difficult. Well, this entire list was difficult because this is an incredible album. Like I said, my favorite Zeppelin album right now. At least it could change anyway, but it might not. Who knows? But I love every single song. I love every song on the album, but especially from here on out, it's just amazing. Coming in at number five, this now for me, I love album closes. No, it's not the last song on here, but the way the album ends, like tracks building up to the closer. I love how this album ends. They had many great closers before. How many more times was a great closer? Bring It On Home, obviously. I don't know why I'm moving my table. And When the Levee Breaks was great also. And no, I'm not going to talk about Hats Off to Roy Harper. You'll listen to my rant from the Led Zeppelin 3 video about that. But yeah, I think this is just an incredible and even a progressive rock song. Coming in at number five, No Quarter. Criminally underrated tune. I love this song. And yeah, I love the organ, or not the organ, the keyboard in the beginning. I don't know if that was a Mellotron. Probably, I think John Paul Jones used a Mellotron or something like that. But I don't know. But yeah, No Quarter is just incredible. One of my favorite songs of all time, and I love how it goes before the ocean, which you haven't seen the ocean on the list set, so that's obviously coming. But yeah, coming in number five is No Quarter, and Robert Plant's vocals are amazing. One of the best vocal performances I've ever heard from Robert Plant. All right, coming in at number four, I love this song to death. If you'd asked me a few years ago, I probably would have ranked this at number one. I think this is just an incredible example of a reggae song. And of course, you know what I'm talking about. Dire Maker. No, it's not Dire Maker. For you Led Zeppelin fans, who it's pronounced Jermaker because it's a pun on Jamaica. Jamaica, the country Jamaica. And yeah, since they're British, they pronounce it Jermaker. So that's what it's pronounced, Jermaker, not Dire Maker or Deer Mocker or whatever you guys call it. It's Jermaker. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna fight with you on the pronunciation, but there are some Zeppelin fans that will. And of course, Elvis is trying to get in again. I'll let him in after the video. Except and this is funny because whenever I let Elvis in, usually he would just sleep somewhere while I'm recording. When I was about to start recording, he wanted out. I don't understand. Hold on, you know what? I'm just gonna let him in real quick. All right, now that he's in here, yeah, he's gonna get on the couch. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. What was okay? So yeah, Jamaica. Great. I love this song a lot. And this is a perfect example of a reggae song They do reggae well, and they're not even a reggae band. So and the Police is incredible at reggae, and this is even before the Police. So yeah, definitely. I don't know if I don't know if ahead of their time is the right thing. Yeah, he needs to find a place to sit because I guess he's uncomfortable or something like that. That was him again. Anyway, but yeah, coming in number four, Jamaica, and Bonham plays incredible on there, and the guitar. And if you've never heard, if you've heard reggae before, when you hear Jimmy Page's guitar, you'll know it's reggae, and the bass is incredible. Also, one of my favorite reggae songs. Also, so coming in at number four, Jamaica. All right, but the top three, the incredible three, the I don't know what I want to call them, but they're just incredible, and these specific three really hit close to home. And coming in at number three, another song that could be a number one, but coming in at number three, the song remains the same. The song that kicks off this album, side A opener, and my God, it is a masterpiece. And I remember listening to this for the first time. I always loved it, but I was blown away. And then when I listened to it again, to see, hey, I wonder if my opinion changed, if I like it more than I did back then. I always loved House as a whole. I thought it was one of their masterpieces, but I didn't think I wouldn't rank it as my number one favorite. But now it is. But yeah, the song remains the same. I always loved, but I love it even more now, which is incredible. I probably had it here, maybe even a little lower on the list if when I originally made it, but I don't know. But yeah, coming in at number three is the song remains the same, and the lyrics are off the charts. Bonham's playing is incredible, especially on here. And then Jimmy Page, his guitar riffs are off the charts also. And yeah, the bass is awesome. Robert Plant's vocals, as usual, great frontman, great singer. So the song remains the same. Is going to be at number three. Coming in at number two, probably their best closer. Tied with Bring It On Home. Well, as a song, I like this more than Bring It On Home, but as a closer, I no, as a closer, I think I like this more than Bring It On. Like right now, I probably. But coming in at number two is going to be The Ocean, one of the best album closers of all time. Could be my favorite album closer of all time. I don't know. You see, because there are so many great album closers. You have Eclipse from Dark Side of the Moon. You have, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to include the entire Abbey Road medley from Abbey Road. Um, the show must go on from Innuendo by Queen. There's so many greats, but there's something about The Ocean that I just love. I don't know what it is. I just think The Ocean is a masterpiece. One of my favorite closers, and I love the intro where John Bonham says, "We've got four already, but now we're steady." And then they went 1, 2, 3, 4. I love the guitar is awesome. I think my favorite part of the song might be the end after Robert Plant final vocals is like the tears are going down, and then they just get into a different tempo, something like that, and then they just it sounds like they're having a great party, and I love the guitar solo at the end. I love the rhythm guitar Jimmy's doing the and John Bonham's playing again. I don't know what's his best song to play on. That's a question for you Zeppelin fans. Comment down below what song do you think is Bonham's best performance. There's a lot of them, and The Ocean is one of them. And I love how this album closes out. And that's another thing I love about this album. This album is full of genres, like multiple genres. I mean, the crunge is soul, like James Brown style. Jamaica is reggae. No Quarters progressive, and mainly the other songs are rock. I mean, the Rain song is just a gorgeous ballad, so I guess that's kind of progressive also. But Dancing Days is hard rock. The song remains the same in the ocean. So yeah, there's a lot of variety on here. And my number one, you know what's left. Yeah, this has always been my number one. on here. I love this song a lot, and I think it always has been my favorite song on this album. Coming in at number one, Over the Hills and Far Away. Man, what a great song. I love that acoustic opener just gives me so much joy and so much happiness. I feel like I'm in the heavens just listening. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, it's just a great song. I love everything about it. You know, Robert Plant's vocals are awesome. I love when they get into the rock part of the song. John Bonham's playing the bass is phenomenal also, and that guitar solo is incredible also. One of the best guitar solos of all time, but I will say Stairway to Heaven's solo is better. Their best solo. I mean, not that they had many, but yeah, one of the best solos of all time. But I love the solo in Over the Hills and Far Away, and it's such a perfect song. And I love how you get the song remains the same, the Rain song and Over the Hills and Far Away, and then you get the cruns, which is just hilarious in my opinion. I always love that fact. But anyway, here's my list. Again, I hope you guys can see that. Hope it's not too blurry. A phenomenal album from start to finish. And right now, that's probably my favorite Zeppelin album. Again, it could change in the near future, but I think right now, and maybe forever, it might be my favorite Zeppelin album. I mean, how can you not love that? It is such a great album, and definitely one that's just awesome. And a little bit, this album is kind of mixed. There's either fans who like it but don't love it, who aren't really a big fan, and who straight up think it's their best album, like I do, or one of their best, like top three or something like that. I always thought it was in the top three, but at the time it wasn't my number one favorite. Physical Graffiti was, which we'll be covering next, and that'll hopefully come out tomorrow, and that'll be a pretty long video. One, because I'll gush about it a lot, and two, because it's a double album, and there's 15 songs on here, which is pretty short for a double album, actually. Didn't Exile on Main Street by Rolling Stones have that many, or maybe a little even more? I don't know, or maybe even less. Who knows? I haven't listened to Exile in a while. I'm gonna have to listen to that again. Haven't listened to Stones in a while. Hell, maybe I'll do them one day. You know, I mean, they're not done with stuff though, and I'm honestly thinking of bringing something else new to the channel. Instead of just ranking the songs, what if I review the album in total? I know we're doing song rankings like this, but my opinion can change, and it has for a lot of the bands we've done in the past. And yeah, it could definitely change, and maybe we'll do something like that. I mean, that's up to you guys, because you guys get to decide, because you guys are awesome. You're as awesome as Led Zeppelin. Just remember that. Anyway, so Physical Graffiti, hopefully that'll come out tomorrow. I don't think I'll be busy tomorrow, so hopefully that'll come out tomorrow, and hopefully you'll be looking forward to that. And wow, 18 minutes. I better wrap this up. I didn't expect this video to go on too long. I actually kind of did, because this album's awesome. But anyway, please leave a like, comment if you want, view my videos, and of course subscribe. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This has been Hellbuster, signing off. Stay safe and take care.